Rajesh Jejurikar, ED and CEO, Auto and Farm Sector at M&M, joining in on the show right now. Rajesh, hi. How is it that you're seeing this GST bazooka? EV rate remains unchanged at 5%. Big push to demand, you think?
Yeah, Aisha, pleasure to be on the show. And like you said, yeah, it's all good news. Everywhere we see every part of our portfolio gaining. EV, of course, stays at 5%, which is good news. It reinforces the government's commitment to EV being the destination technology for the country. So we're glad that that's not been changed. But every other part of our portfolio has seen a reduction. Tractors is a big part of our portfolio, so that moves from 12 to 5. And then, of course, CVs has seen a very big increase. 10% is a very good reduction in the commercial vehicle segment. And then every part of our SUV portfolio also gains between 8 and 13%. So overall, very positive news, and we're delighted, and we think it'll be a big driver of growth for the economy and the business.
Oh, well, indeed, Rajesh, great news coming in. But Rajesh, 22nd September onwards, where the new rates will be applicable from. But for now, some questions remains to be on what will happen to the cess. If you can help us understand, what about the compensation cess that is already in the books? How do you see the clarity emerging on how that will be adjusted for the OEMs, for the dealers as well?
Yeah, Srishti, that's, in any transformation, there are going to be some transition issues, and this is one which is related to compensation cess, which still needs some clarification. We will be working through the industry body SIAM to take this up with the government and get clarity over the next few days. But these are transition issues, and I'm sure we'll work around that. The overall picture is going to be a very positive demand boost. And while we work on the transition issues, we have to see the big picture, which is very positive.
Rajesh, like you said, it's not just about EVs unchanged at 5%, but the multiplier effect for the entire Mahindra and Mahindra unit, so to speak, be it tractors or the SUV segment. Do you sense that you will be revising your growth guidance upwards for the fiscal year end?
So the first phase, as Srishti said, is to see the festival period through, and, there will be a bit of wait and watch between now and 22nd of September because, there's the transition period. The potential upside in the festival period will be limited by the ability to produce extra in a very limited time frame and get it out there in the market. Then we come into, so that's basically covers 9 months of the year, and then that leaves 3 months. So it's too early to call out any implication on our guidance for the year. We already are on a very aggressive guidance for SUVs, which is 15, mid to high teens growth for SUV portfolio. So we are already on a very strong guidance. But let's wait and watch and see how the next few months go.
Right. But Rajesh, just wanted to have your take on the pricing as well, because I believe that 44% of your portfolio with respect to the domestic sales I'm talking about the auto side, will now fall under that 18% tax slab. How do you believe that the company will be able to pass on the benefit of this GST rate cut to the customers? What sort of a price adjustment can be likely in place? If you can just help us with some indication.
Yeah, so just to clarify, firstly, when you said 44%, when we report our auto numbers, the auto numbers also include commercial vehicles, which is LCVs less than 3.5 tons. LCV less than 3.5 tons is about over 20,000 a month volume for us. So, when we count our auto business, we have 44% is of our SUVs plus another 20,000. So close to 65% will be at 18% in our auto business. The prices, the intention of the government is to make sure that customer gets the benefit of the GST rate cut, and we will pass on everything.
Rajesh, great to have you on the show, and here's hoping for a brighter Diwali for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you, everyone. Pleasure to be on the show.
Indeed, a big news coming in for the auto industry. But how do you view this GST cut to boost the demand for the auto sector and EVs? For that segment as well, there was some bit of an uncertainty that was around, but the tax rate remains unchanged at 5%. How can it bring the fillip back to the industry?
Yeah, so, first, I think this is a landmark decision and a massive transformation by the government of India. And we wholeheartedly welcome this step. We believe that reducing the GST rates in the auto categories from 28 to 31% to down to 18% in that category, and the category of 43% to 50% coming down to 40% is going to significantly boost the demand, and especially it is coming ahead of the festive period, so it should have even a greater boost, which was very much required for all the categories of automotive. So it's a welcome step. As far as the demand for entry cars and SUVs are concerned, I think both the categories are going to benefit. But I think the real demand addition is going to happen in the entry level segment where the affordability is critical for the first time buyers and the middle income group. So we are going to see definitely a bigger boost there. An real addition of demand is going to happen there. But also given that, the SUV prices will also come down because of general GST rates coming down anywhere between 3 to 10%, depending on the segment of the vehicle in greater than 4 meter. That segment is also going to see a boost. And generally, people who are today in the market will, with the same budget, will be able to afford a higher segment car. So we'll have to wait and watch, but this is the general commentary I would like to make. As far as EVs are concerned, I think continuing the 5% GST rate is a big signal and commitment by the government towards zero emission technology. And more importantly, it gives the signal of policy stability. So it's a welcome move. And we have already been seeing significant traction in the EV segment. We have been seeing more than 100% growth. I think that, with 5% GST sustaining as a rate, it should continue to see a transformative growth going forward.
Right. Shailesh, the other question is what happens to the compensation cess already on the books, right? Do you see clarity emerging on how that will be adjusted for by OEMs and dealers? And what possibly are the dealers looking for? Any possible measures that can be taken?
This is one thing which I think has not come out clearly. While as SIAM, we have given a request to the government to come with some kind of a transitionary mechanism to deal with this situation. So I think we'll wait for clarification on this, and we'll continue to engage with the government as far as this issue is concerned. But right now, there is absence of clarity on cess.
Okay, and Mr. Chandra, with GST now at 18%, do you expect stronger replacement demand as well as first-time buyers returning in larger numbers?
Absolutely. And as I said, that the biggest boost is going to come on the entry side and first-time buyers, because there will be many of such buyers who are not considering buying a car because it was out of their budget. And with 10% reduction, which means for a 5 lakh car, this would be nearly a 50,000 kind of a reduction, and that might fall in the budget of many customers who are not even thinking. So there will be addition coming, on the entry side for sure. And the same would be for two-wheelers, I would say, where this is a significant reduction of 10%.
Right, Shailesh, thank you so much for your time. Great to have you on the show.